This principle can be summed up as follows. To be honest means that every word that you speak is true to the best of your ability. To be trusted means that you can be relied upon to speak the truth or act in accordance with it. These two things represent a principle because they open the door to greater knowledge, and not applying them closes the door. The key to higher knowledge is your soul or higher self, which is founded upon truth and is the only thing in which we can totally place our trust. The door to establishing that link is to focus on the soul energy which circulates between the individual and the high self, which is linked to God. When the seeker focuses on honestly communicating that which is true, then the soul energy flows unimpeded, and the seeker will in time draw closer to his soul until he and his soul are as one unit. On the other hand, when the person knowingly lies, deceives, and distorts the truth, his focus is then directed downward toward material energies, which form a dark cloud blotting out the inner sun, which is the soul. Many people think that telling a lie now and then is okay. It is true that a lie can achieve a temporary advantage, but in the end, truth always wins out because he who represents truth can be trusted and will magnetically draw the enlightened to him. Deception represents darkness, and he who represents darkness will draw darkened souls to himself that eventually creates a black hole with no light of the spirit in it. A problem with always seeking to tell the truth is that it may seem that telling a lie is sometimes the right thing to do. Let us suppose you are in Nazi Germany and the SS knock on your door and want your son. You know that if they get their hands on him, he will be tortured and killed. You have him hidden in a secret hideaway in the basement. Do you lie to save his life? If you do, is there anything wrong with doing so? To understand the repercussions, we must look at the result of the two decisions. Decision 1. If you tell the truth and your child is killed, then you are partially responsible for his death and suffering. Is being an accomplice to murder wrong? Yes, very wrong. Decision 2. You tell a convincing lie and the SS leave. You have saved your son's life. Was it worth it? Yes, of course. Anyone would do this and more to save his child. Does this mean that no harm was caused by the lie? The point is that both the lie and the murder would be wrong, but the lie is the lesser evil. When faced with two evils, the key of judgment must be used to choose the lesser of the two. If the person can live his life in complete honesty, to his highest understanding, the clouds will disperse, and the barrier between himself and the soul will be removed, making him a soul-infused personality. If a disciple desires complete honesty, he must do three things. First, understand the liberation that honesty will bring and make a decision to pursue this path. Second, assess himself and his own limitations. He must realize where his breaking point is or what would have to occur to force him to break his rule of honesty and lie. Finally, he must look into the future and mold it so that breaking circumstances will never occur. If such a disciple had lived in Nazi Germany as Hitler was coming to power, he would have been contemplating the future and taken his family out of the country before the real trouble began, thus avoiding the circumstance forcing him to lie. It is our duty as disciples to commit ourselves to total honesty, but to assess our limitations and seek to control our lives to the extent that the truth can always be revealed.